What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back once again to bring you the top Pokemon card auctions of the week recap. Folks, as usual, a ton of variety here. There's something for everyone to see. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. I think you're really going to enjoy today's episode. Community. I spend a lot of the week trying to organize these auction recaps, so I would really appreciate it if you consider being a subscriber to help me get to 20,000 subs. We're so close. And of course, give the video a like if you enjoy these auctions of the week recaps. Without further ado, let's get started with me kind of venting, a little bit of a gripe session here. I want to talk about the phenomenon that is overpaying for graded Pokemon cards. Let me just show you. So this is one of many examples I could show you. This is a Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno stained glass GX card from the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer box. There are thousands of these available that have been graded. Just numerous amounts of 10s. Anyway, you can get this card, buy it now, for 60 bucks. And I've seen it even lower than that, folks. I've seen this card reach buy it now prices of like $55 all the way down to like 50 bucks. And I keep seeing them go in auction, more often than not, for a significant amount more than you can get buy it now. This week, one sold for like $74. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's like going to the grocery store and you have two identical loaves of bread. They look exactly the same. They smell the same. You even take a piece out and you taste them both. They taste the same. They're both going to expire the same date. And you say, you know what? This one costs $5, but I want to pay $10 for this one instead. That's the way I feel about the Pokemon card market. Why are you spending more on a card than the buy it now price? And I don't want to hear it with the cert numbers or how strong a card is, because both of these cards I just showed you are very high cert numbers with PSA, and they both look about the same as far as condition, so I don't think it's that. Alright folks, gripe session is done. I just wanted to get that off my chest because last week I had someone comment saying, "What's it to you if I want to pay more than necessary for a graded card?" Well, I don't care. I just think it's stupid, and I'm trying to understand why people are doing it, that's all. Alright, on to some alternate art card sales. Alternate art cards have really been holding their own this past week. We saw an alt art Aerodactyl V from the newest set, Lost Origin, sell for $497 this week. We also saw a Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike sell for $445. And then numerous sales of the Giratina V alternate art from Lost Origin. One sold for $770, another one for $845, another one for $990 this week. And then lastly, for the alt art cards, here's a BGS 10 Pristine Latios and Latios GX card that sold for $3,050. We had several interesting cards from the XY era. Here's a full art Ho-Oh EX from Breakpoint set that sold for $112. A full art Gyarados EX, also from Breakpoint set, sold for $165.50. And a full art Mewtwo EX from Breakthrough set, this is the secret rare card, sold this week for $275. A Primal Groudon EX from Ancient Origins set sold for $280, while this Mega Rayquaza EX, also from Ancient Origins, sold as a PSA 10 for $546. On to some very valuable Japanese cards. Here's a Sightseer from the Tag Team GX All-Star set that sold for $1,726. I don't understand why this card is selling for so much, as this card is by no means rare, as it has almost 1,200 PSA 10 examples. So community, why is this card so valuable to you? Let me know in the comments, I'm very interested. Likewise, we have a Japanese Moonbryon VMAX card that sold as well as a PSA 10 for $2,075. Here is a Japanese 15th anniversary full art Pikachu promo that sold for $1,613. And then we also had a 2016 Battle Festa Pikachu promo card that sold for $2,863 this week. A couple of Japanese Black Label cards. Here's a BGS 10 Black Label Umbreon. This is the Japanese 25th anniversary card. It's a gold star that sold for $1,825. And then we saw a black label of the 25th anniversary Charizard Holo that sold for an even $4,000 this week. Here's a Japanese black label Charizard V-Star rainbow rare card that sold for $3,750. And before we get into our vintage portion, I wanted to mention this Zekrom full art card from the black and white base set that sold this week for $404. I believe last week we covered the Reshiram from the set, so this week Zekrom came by, sold for a little over $400. Alright, on to some WotC cards. Here is a holographic Kangaskhan Unlimited card from Jungle Set that sold for $938. Man, for this card being so easily available, coming in the Power Reserve theme deck, I believe, it is quite difficult to grade, which is why it nearly sells for almost $1,000. Several of the reverse holo cards from Legendary collections hitting some insane prices. Here is an Execute in PSA 10 that sold for $535, an Arcanine that sold for $796, the Dark Dragonair sold for $860, and then the Charmeleon reverse foil sold for $1,350 this week. A couple of the PSA 10 Level X cards. Let me tell you what, folks, Level X cards have come a long way since I started collecting Pokemon cards again. Here is a Raichu Level X from Stormfront that sold for $610. Here we have a Hippowdon, I think that's how you say it, Level X, that sold for $1,382. And then a Level X Gliscor that sold for $1,375. Some vintage Japanese cards. Here is a Venusaur e-card promo that sold for $620. The Blastoise e-card promo sold for $686, while the Charizard e-card promo sold for $3,500. Here is a first edition Mew from the Japanese Expedition set that sold for $1,525, and then the first edition Holo Charizard from the Japanese Expedition set sold for $1,625. And then here, folks, we have a PSA 10 no rarity symbol Japanese base set Charmander that sold this week for $2,159. Just a couple of miscellaneous Japanese cards. Here's a BGS 10 Black Label 9 of Hearts Umbreon poker playing card that sold for $812. And then here's a card I haven't seen for quite some time. It's a BGS 10 The Pokemon Weekly card. I'm not sure exactly what this is from, but it's got Eevee and 5 of the Eeveelutions on it, and it sold for $361. All right, on to some interesting sealed product. Here is all 4 of the Generations artwork packs, all graded PSA 10, sold for $400, which I think is a really good deal. When you try to get these packs individually, you're going to pay a whole lot more. Here we have all 3 of the Jungle First Edition pack arts, with Flareon, of course, being the most expensive, selling at $510. And here we have a lot of modern booster boxes, 14 boxes total, including 2 Evolving Skies boxes, and it sold for $1,550. And I think this is a pretty good deal considering like Evolving Skies boxes themselves go for like $220. So yeah, not a bad deal for this lot of 14 sealed booster boxes. Here we saw a Sun and Moon Team Up booster box sell for $950. Man, we're getting real close to the $1,000 mark for this box. Here's an unlimited Neo Revelation booster box sealed that sold for $8,367. And then we saw 2 base set unlimited booster boxes hitting some pretty decent numbers. One sold for $12,650. The other one, $13,100. And lastly, for our sealed product, here is a blister pack, a first edition base set blister pack with the Venusaur artwork that sold for $4,650. And in the title here, it says this pack is unweighed, which might be very likely because I believe it's more difficult to weigh blister packs than it is like loose booster packs from a booster box. So that very well might be the case, but it's super crazy to think that these first edition base set booster packs during the Logan Paul box break, the second time around, were going for like $40,000. Can you believe that? Doesn't that make you sick? To think that someone would spend $40,000 on a pack that you can now buy for $4,600. It's crazy to me. And we're going to finish up with this week's PWCC Weekly Auction Recap, starting off with this first edition Blaine's Moltres from Jim Hero set. The sold is a PSA 10 for $4,080. And then we saw a couple of gold stars. Here's a Kyogre gold star from EX Delta Species, sold for $3,480. And then we saw a gold star Groudon sell for $4,200. And then here from EX Team Rocket Returns is a gold star Trico that sold for $5,520. A couple of E-Series cards. Here's an Aquapolis Ampharos Holo that sold for $4,080. And then from Sky Ridge, we had a holographic Umbreon sell for $4,200. A couple of Neo cards came by. Here's a first edition Espeon from Neo Discovery that sold for an even $3,000. And then a first edition Suicune from Neo Revelation set sold for an even $15,000. A couple of base set holos. Here's a first edition Raichu in PSA 10 that sold for $8,700. And here's a first edition Mewtwo that sold for $20,400. And then 3 base set Charizards to finish off this week's auction recap. Here's a base 2 Charizard Holo that sold for $6,600. An unlimited base set Charizard sold for $10,200. And the auction of the week is going to have to go to the PSA 9 no rarity symbol Japanese base set Charizard. Got the OC qualifier, sold for $25,200. That concludes our auction recap. I've been trying so hard to get more videos out. I've been so busy these past few weeks, so forgive me. But thank you so much for watching today's episode. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in my next one.